short while ago, in fact, Prime Minister met President Draupadi Murmu to stake claim to form the next government days after the BJP-led National Democratic Alliance eased to victory in the 2024 Lok Sabha elections. They will be part and they will be the ones in power, in government in the 18th Lok Sabha. A short while ago, the President has actually tweeted that she has not only appointed him as Prime Minister designate, but also asked him to come forth with a list of those members who will be part of the cabinet. And the Prime Minister confirming that the evening of the 9th of June is what they have conveyed to the President and Rashtrapati Bhavan as convenient for the swearing-in ceremony. So now the Rashtrapati Bhavan has to now come back with the convenience, and most probably Sunday evening between 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. one can see the swearing-in, ladies and gentlemen. Will be sworn around 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. This is expected to include key, if not all, members of his new cabinet, but the Prime Minister indicated that everyone will be there. Most of the list will be decided by then. And it will be attended by world leaders too. Now, ahead of the swearing in on Sunday, NDA leaders endorsed Prime Minister Narendra Modi as the parliamentary party leader, as the leader of the House, and also the one who is going to be the leader of the NDA. Now paving the way for him to becoming the Prime Minister and for the third consecutive term. Senior BJP leader Rajnath Singh had proposed Prime Minister Modi's name as the parliamentary party's leader, a motion supported by Amit Shah, Nitin Gadkari, top NDA leaders during the meeting. Addressing the NDA members after his nomination, PM-elect Narendra Modi made a pitch for governance by consensus and coalition politics, declaring NDA alliance reflects the spirit of Bharat and that we are dedicated to upholding constitutional values. His remarks were seen as an acknowledgement of his reliance on allies. Even as this was playing out, there was some unease within the opposition ranks, with Trinamool Congress General Secretary Abhishek Banerjee holding separate meetings with Indie bloc partners minus the Congress party. Now, after meeting President Murmu, PM-elect Modi showed the invitation letter and said that he had been invited to do so and to stake claim and thank the voters for giving him and the NDA a third term. He assured the people that the government will work at the same pace at which the nation developed over the last two terms, in fact faster if the hints can be seen. Will not leave any stone unturned, the PM designate said. These are pictures of also the NDA delegation led by JP Nadda, BJP President, and then comprising of Rajnath Singh, Amit Shah, Ashwini Vaishnav, CN Manjunath and Chandrababu Naidu, Nitish Kumar, Rajiv Ranjan Singh or Lalan Singh, Sanjay Jha, Eknath Shinde, HD Kumaraswamy, Chirag Paswan, Jitan Ram Manjhi, Pawan Kalyan, Ajit Pawar, Anupriya Patel, Jayant Chaudhary, Jayanta Basumatari, Atul Bora, Indra Hang Subba, Sudesh Mahato, Chandraprakash Chaudhary and Ramdas Athavale all calling on the President. A letter stating that Modi had been elected leader of the BJP parliamentary party was handed over to the President. Letters of support from the NDA constituent parties were also handed over to the President. Now have a look at some of these scenes from the NDA meeting. PM bowing to the Samvidhan, held up the constitution book in his hands and bowed before it. Remember, this whole charge of Samvidhan Badal Denge is something that dented the BJP quite a lot, and the PM also mentioned that a lot of rumor mongering and false narratives were pushed by the opposition during this election, which has also misled a lot of the voters. Okay, another symbolic moment of today was JD-U President Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar bowing to touch PM Modi's feet, and this is after a stirring speech, a short but a very effective one that was actually perhaps the mood lifter in the entire central hall. It got everybody going and changed the tone itself, because everybody thought, what is Nitish Kumar going to say? And he said, go ahead and do what you want. You got our mandate and you got our full backing. That's what he said. And he also said, why are you waiting till the 9th? Do the Shapath Grahan today itself. The PM actually stopped him in between, but a moment that will have much symbolism nevertheless, that JD-U is firmly ensconced within the NDA, both leaders making it very, very clear and setting the tone for that meeting. Now, NDA allies have actually rallied behind PM while endorsing him as the parliamentary party leader. LJP Chief Chirag Paswan hugging the Prime Minister-elect with respect. After declaring his support for PM Modi, he walked up to him, shook his hand, hugged him, while the Prime Minister responded with a pat on his head. All of these aspects, ladies and gentlemen, very clearly show that the decks are clear. PM Modi in his third term, currently as of now, seems unstoppable. They are going to continue and pushing that agenda because they've got the backing of the allies. Is the India alliance already shaking, with rumors and conversations coming from the Aam Aadmi Party and also actions of some of the other regional Chhatraps who did much better without the Congress than with it?
विजय की गोद में उन्माद पैदा नहीं होता और न ही पराजित लोगों के प्रति उपहास करने के हमारे संस्कार। सीट नहीं जीत पाए, लेकिन जिस तेजी से एनडीए का वोट शेयर बढ़ा है, वो साफ साफ संदेश दे रहा है कल में क्या लिखा हुआ है। सरकार चलाने के लिए बहुमत आवश्यक है, लोकतंत्र का वही एक सिद्धांत है, लेकिन देश चलाने के लिए सर्वमत बहुत जरूरी होता है।
Focused and dedicated approach has transformed the nation into a global powerhouse.
बिना मतलब का बात बोल बोल करके क्या किया है? ये सब कोई काम किया है? उन लोगों ने आज तक कोई काम नहीं किया। तो इस मौका के बाद आगे अब उन लोगों के लिए कोई गुंजाइश नहीं रहेगा, वो सब खत्म हो जाएगा।
तो यहाँ दिखता है नहीं पवन, ये पवन नहीं आंधी है। लगातार ईवीएम को गाली दी और मुझे तो लगता था कि शायद इस बार वो ईवीएम की अर्थी क्या जुलूस निकाले, लेकिन 4 जून शाम आते आते उनको ताने लग गए, ईवीएम ने उनको चुप कर दिया।
So Prime Minister Narendra Modi is not just the leader of the BJP parliamentary party, he's leader of the NDA and leader of the House. So 3 proposals that were made. So just clarifying that because there were certain questions whether or not he is the leader of the BJP parliamentary party. He is the leader of the BJP parliamentary party, leader of the NDA and leader of the House, ladies and gentlemen. So all 3 proposals were thumbs up. Now let's get across to our guests. Sardar R.P. Singh, national spokesperson of the BJP with us. Varun Kumar, spokesperson of the TDP Youth Wing. Kamru Chaudhary, political analyst, Congress leader with us. And we have Piyush Joshi, political analyst. Now, Varun Kumar, I must say, Prime Minister Narendra Modi very effusive in his praise for Pawan Kalyan and also Chandrababu Naidu garu. And it was Mr. Chandrababu Naidu who actually changed the mood in the parliament. It was very evident there was a certain tepid atmosphere by the time everybody walked in. But then this whole thing changed with Chandrababu Naidu and also Nitish Kumar. And thereafter the Prime Minister in his hour-long speech changed the mood. Would you agree, disagree? And will this now stop the opposition? How stable is the NDA has been a question that's been asked.
Okay. Thank you and good evening to all the panelists present. I firstly congratulate Narendra Modi ji on his 3rd time as the Prime Minister of this great nation and best wishes to the NDA 3.0. So like you asked me, if you look at the mood today at the Parliament Central Hall where NDA meeting happened and allies were present, along with the TDP Supremo, our Chief Minister now, Naidu ji, and our very favorite alliance partner, Shri Pawan Kalyan ji. So the context was set very right in the beginning of the speech of Mr. Naidu ji and followed by Pawan Kalyan ji. And I'm sure they set the context in a very national front, the very national level, and they told how important it was to be in this position where they are. And Narendra Modi ji undoubtedly tuned the context according to the atmosphere there, and the mood was very set right. And coming to your second question on how stable the NDA government is, of course we are very stable with very strong partners like Naidu ji, Pawan Kalyan ji, Paswan ji, and Nitish Kumar ji. And I'm sure these are all stalwart leaders. These are all names that have been very popular on the Indian landscapes politically. So they make a very strong alliance, and people have chosen them in their respective states with a very clear mandate It is to only ensure that the state and the governments function, and there is a political stability, there is a policy stability with them, and the country functions in the most smooth manner ever. And TDP has a history of being in ally with NDA for many decades. Our founding party chief, the late Sri N.T. Ramarao Garu, had his own impact.
Chandrababu Naidu made that reference, but the Congress has been taking jibes on the Andhra special status and what Mr. Chandrababu Naidu initiated in 2019. And they've been saying that these two people are not reliable. TDP will turn away the moment it gets its job and its pound of flesh, or things don't go its way. How would you respond to all of that? Or has Mr. Chandrababu Naidu and Pawan Kalyan, have they responded to all of that today in equal measure at the central level?
No, see, the Congress, I'm sure the Congress is free to take its own jibes at whatever it wants to, but definitely at not this point. I mean, I think Congress has to at least wait for what is going to happen next. I mean, if there is so impatient enough, that can't be helped by anyone. But if you look at what historically happened with NDA and TDP, so the TDP has been a very strong and reliable partner with the NDA right from its inception. Well, I mean, like when BJP was incepted, right from its inception, N.T. Ramarao Garu has the profound impact on having coalition governments formed. And you know how TDP has helped this country's political stage not to go in a very shattered manner. In fact, we kept allies very strong. See, ideologically, N.T. Ramarao Garu's famous statement that he doesn't have any isms, only his people is of the prime interest for him. If you look at the agenda of TDP, so we are the prime agenda. I'll make it very clear. The prime agenda of TDP is to safeguard the social, political, economic, and cultural interests of all Telugu-speaking people.
Yeah, you continue to remain a Telugu Desam party. Yeah.
But having said that, we have been a very vibrant state in terms of all economic indicators, all growth indicators. We also aspire to be number one state in contributing to the national interest, through which India is trying to place its mark globally. So we've made it very clear. Our party supremo, our party founding members have made this very clear from decades, because that we wanted to contribute to whatever the country is aspiring for at a global level. And TDP ideologically has done one feat which is remarkable. We have brought the left, right, and center together. I think which is a feat that will never be achieved. That will never be achieved by anybody in this country.
Right. Nara Lokesh also spoke with us at CNN News 18. He was speaking with Zaka, and he said that the agenda is not special status. The agenda is funds for Andhra Pradesh to develop it and to work together with Prime Minister Narendra Modi at the centre under his leadership. But Sardar R.P. Singh, Aam Aadmi Party MP Sanjay Singh has mocked Prime Minister Narendra Modi bowing before the Samvidhan. He has said, bowed to the parliament, changed the parliament, touched Advaniji's feet and changed him from a leader within the BJP to a Margdarshak. Today he is bowed to the constitution. Now he will change the constitution. So is Samvidhan badal denge, narrative continues to be poked at the BJP and the NDA.
Well, I think it's the same constitution that gave him the freedom.
Yeah. Let R.P. Singh respond. Yes, please.
Yeah, please go ahead. I'm sorry. Thank you.
Ji.
Anand, have you seen trucks being driven in Delhi or anywhere and piche likha tha buri nazar wale tera muh? They can keep doing whatever they want to do. People have given them given a mandate now, and they should accept the mandate. You should learn how to accept the mandate. And they are raising doubts on Chandrababu Naidu ji, Nitish Babu ji, and Pawan Kalyan ji, and just how they probably think that they can probably daydream of forming a government in future. But talking about constitutional amendment and their alliance partner, the Congress party, so, although Congress in Punjab has said that their government will not be there by another few months, their government won't be there because some 32 MLAs are in touch with Mr. Bajwa. But anyhow, their manifesto in page number 6, paragraph number 2, categorically states that they are going to change the constitution for increasing the reservations. So, and increasing the reservation for whom we all know they want to do add-on reservation for which segment and which segment of society. But that point aside, Anand, it's a time to accept the reality. The reality is that Prime Minister Modi ji is going to be Prime Minister for the third time. He is leading the NDA. There is no doubt in that. He is the leader of the House. It has been cleared. That has also been cleared now. But they have to keep creating suspicion. But what about their own alliance? Mark my word, by another month, I'll come back to you on your debate. All these people will raising question about each other. Mamata Banerjee
no,
or
current
other
situation is
partners.
current situation is जिनके पास 30 हैं और जिनके
आम
पास
आदमी
3 हैं वो दोनों अलग हो रहे हैं. Both of them are saying a different thing. There is an argument. Yeah. Yes, please complete.
So no, Aam Aadmi Party today probably held a meeting. They have already categorically stated that they are not going to go with them in Delhi as alliance partner now. Punjab, they are already already said that this government will, Aam Aadmi Party government will fall within few days. Vajpayee is on record for saying that and saying that 32 ML is in touch with them. So ये इस दिल के टुकड़े हजार हुए, कहीं कहीं गिरेगा, कहीं कहीं गिरेगा. ये that's how it's going to happen. I mean, they came for a objective. Their objective has not been fulfilled. Now, how can they stay together?
No, have their objectives been fulfilled? Because the prime minister said that they came together to defeat one man. Now the voter has made them to continue to sit in the opposition. Just an update, and we'll try and put out these pictures if we get them. Chandrababu Naidu has arrived at the BJP National President JP Nadda's residence. A lot of the NDA leaders are gathering at Mr. Nadda's residence. We'll keep those pictures coming. But Kamru Chaudhary, how do you respond? The Trinamool Congress is trying to meet non-Congress leaders. The Trinamool Congress fought in Bengal without the Congress and the left. So those 30 seats, the argument was not an India alliance win. In Kerala, the Congress and the UDF, part of the UDF and the LDF were at loggerheads with each other. So they are not going to go. The AAP has already said we are going our separate ways in Delhi, Haryana and in Punjab. And Punjab Congress leaders are busy saying that we are going to topple the AAP government. So what's united here within the India alliance?
Yeah, Anand, good evening. Before I respond to your question, let me just compliment you on the wonderful jacket. The color, rather, I will compliment it. What do we call it? A dusky saffron? A faded saffron? So that's the next 5 years of the BJP government that is going to rule as an NDA government.
Sir, this is bright daybreak saffron,
no,
sir.
And
saffron. No, sir. 1 minute, sir. One minute. Because you have said saffron, Bhagwa ka bhav Bharat mein bhi hai, sir. And Bhagwa is integral to Bharat. It's not something that's got to do with BJP. So don't take a jibe with saffron at all, sir. That's far greater than the BJP.
I am complimenting. बेशरम रंग तो किसी ने बोला था, वो भी देख लिया हमने क्या हुआ. Leave aside all those.
क्योंकि ये रंग बेशरम नहीं है, सर. ये रंग बेशरम नहीं है, सर. ये रंग भारत की इंटेलिजेंस, भारत के ज्ञान, भारत की संप्रभुता और भारत के सिविलाइजेशन ईथॉस का प्रतीक है, सर. No, sir. No, sir. You can take whatever pot shots you want to take pot shots at the BJP, sir. But Bhagwa is integral to Bharat, so please don't take pot shots at saffron.
I just made a comment.
Yes, sir.
I just made
and it's also integral to the Tiranga.
Yeah. I know that. Yeah. I know that. Just I made a small compliment to your color. That's what
No, sir. You tried to use the color to take a jibe at the BJP. The color does not belong to the BJP, sir. It belongs to the tricolor and it belongs to Bharat. That's the larger point I'm trying to make. Please go ahead.
Whatever interpretation you make, it's up to you. Now coming to the basic point, that why is the India alliance now pulling itself out in a different directions? First, you must understand the essence of the India alliance altogether. We wanted to place one candidate against one BJP candidate. That was the motto all over India. And we have been successful to a great extent in reining in the Bharatiya Janata Party and Prime Minister Narendra Modi for winning a landslide in this 2024 elections. Whatever the country wanted, we had attempted and we have been successful in many states. There is no doubt about it. Now come to the main what you call this, the next 5 years that Narendra Modi is going to give to our country. You know, it was evident in today's speech itself. Today, I suppose the whole country was waiting for this acceptance speech as the leader of the NDA. But what we found was he was playing to the gallery of attacking the opposition for whatever the reason that he might thought. From Mujra politics to Mangal Sutra politics, I thought our Prime Minister would have been magnanimity in his humility in coming out with a very different roadmap or the vision for the next 5 years. But that suits his style of politics. I'm not going to further comment on that. Regarding Trinamool Congress meeting with Uddhav Thackeray ji or Aam Aadmi Party not aligning with Congress in Delhi, I believe that's a very logical decision that has to come. We'll come back together once the nation demands. As of now, we will not, as an India alliance, we will not try to give the opposition space to the BJP anymore. And we have seen what the Bharatiya Janata Party has done to the smaller NDA partners. My TDP colleague out here in the panel has just, I missed it. I was meaning to say it for him only. Because you see what the Bharatiya Janata Party has done to the Akali Dal, what it has done to the Shiv Sena, what it has done to AIADMK, what it has done to other smaller parties in the country, it has gobbled them up. Even you go to Assam, the Assam Gana Parishad, which was an alliance partner in the 1989 BP Singh government also. It was opposed Bharatiya Janata Party style of politics all along. These smaller parties have suddenly vanished from the national perspective out here. And I'm sure the country has given us a mandate. We have run successive governments on alliance partners, and that's the constitutional mandate that is there.
Perhaps, sir, the Congress has to go back and look into its own history that it is the
make a
regional
small
parties
point,
that
please?
wiped out the Congress from a national footprint with a strike rate of 30%, 99 out of 329 seats contested, and with more than 16 states, nearly 16 states and union territories where a vote share has actually slumped. It's come down, it's not gone up. It's quite rich coming from the vanquished to claim to be the victor. Sir, the Prime Minister made a very important point. 44, 52 and 99 doesn't total or doesn't add up to 240. 3 Lok Sabhas, 15 years, sir. The Congress party has not been able to get what the BJP got in its third term. That's a point that the Prime Minister made today. But Sardar R.P. Singh, you wanted to say something before we bring in Piyush Joshi.
10 seconds.
Sir, after Sardar R.P. Singh says, I'll give you your time so you can rebut both points. Yeah.
The problem with them, Anand, is that they are not prepared to accept the reality even now. हिंदी में कहावत है, उसको कहते हैं डाची का थुन. The female camel, when passes through the Registan, Rajasthan, through the deserts, the thun is hanging down, the pouch is hanging down, and the another animal follows that camel, thinking that it just will fall down. Probably sometime it will fall down, and it never happens. And then what the story rest is known to everyone. So they can keep following it. I mean, it's not going to fall down for them. Fact is, they are not prepared to accept the reality today. Even now,
is the BJP ready to accept the reality today, Sardar R.P. Singh? One of the points, sir, is 5,25,000 odd votes across 81 seats, and you would have been 81 seats minus. So numbers can be swung and can be portrayed either ways. There are many seats where many seats, Sardar R.P. Singh, where the BJP's marginal vote share or the gap has slumped more than 50,000 to 1 lakh votes on an average compared to 2019. In many states, many of the leaders have just scraped through. Sitting MPs have lost their mandate. So the BJP has also got a telling lesson from the voter. I hope the BJP is also recalibrating.
So we will do that introspection, but otherwise there's another side of the story also. Madhya Pradesh, we have done the clean sweep. Gujarat, we have done the clean sweep. Odisha, Congress is routed. Congress is nowhere. Bengal, Congress is nowhere. We still are there. And also, we have done well in Andhra Pradesh. We are there as an alliance partner government now. We are going to be part of the government there. And then in Telangana, we have performed well. In Kerala,
sir, those things are all there, but I hope the BJP realizes, sir, that out of 232, only 99.
I said we will do the introspection.
Sir, only 99 are with the Congress. The rest of the 131 seats, sir, are regional parties. They are not necessarily national parties who have hurt the BJP. So that's also a lesson for you to learn, sir. That the BJP, when it is faced with the rural satraps, regional satraps, and if a national opposition party backs off and then fights together with them, then it hurts the BJP. That's exactly what Kamru Chaudhary was trying to say. So this is something which you have to notice. Yes, you have increased your spread, and perhaps that's what saved you. It's the sweep in Odisha, the victory for the NDA in Andhra Pradesh that's actually put the party in government today, and the alliance in government
Arunachal
today.
for third time.
Arunachal, yeah. But sir, you lost ground in Manipur. You lost ground in Meghalaya.
Meghalaya, Nagaland, Mizoram.
You've lost ground in Meghalaya. You lost ground in other states too.
So, Sir, Anand, that's why
every side likes to talk up their victory, but I hope they are mindful of where they have also lost ground, is what I am trying to say, sir. With due respect to both the Congress and the BJP.
Anand, one more point that if you permit me, basically if you do the analysis
where is
of the
Congress
seats also, 54 seats BJP has lost compared to 2019 in the rural belt.
Sir, I'll
Even
tell you
in
what.
SC,
If you take away the seats of Uttar Pradesh, sir, then you would see a totally different number. The numbers for the Congress Party and the India Alliance are showed up largely because of
But you can't
Akhilesh's
be
performance in
selective,
UP.
sir, I suppose.
No,
I
Akhilesh's
suppose-
performance in UP, sir. That's the thing. What has the kind of Congress done in Kerala? It's cannibalized the left. What has the Trinamool done in Bengal? It's wiped out the Congress. The one seat the Congress had in Bahrampur, वो भी गया sir. बंगाल में कांग्रेस साफ है, बंगाल में कांग्रेस साफ है, दिल्ली में आप साफ है और पंजाब में आप हाफ से भी कम है सर. So reality.
Many more posters
Sir,
of the BJP have
sir,
lost.
what is the
Chaudhary has lost on a different issue altogether.
Whatever be the issue, sir, there is no Congress in Bengal today. The Congress is saaf in Bengal. That's the reality. Now, Piyush Joshi, your thoughts on what's happened. Has this India alliance actually backfired for the Aam Aadmi Party, especially in strongholds where it's supposed to have made gains?
Well, that is definitely a subject for more and more evaluation as the time is going to pass, because Aam Aadmi Party, I'm sure the top brass is going to be very unhappy with the performance it has delivered on the ground, and they are going to analyze and evaluate what went wrong and where it went wrong. But I think the India Alliance, basically the India Alliance served its larger purpose. That larger purpose was to keep the dictatorship in check. The larger purpose was to keep the abuse of the agencies in check. And I think a coalition government will probably do that. But, we don't know. It's all into the realm of imagination as of now. And as time will progress and time will pass, we will come to know about that. As far as the Prime Minister's speech is concerned, I would just like to make a couple of remarks about the Honorable Prime Minister's speech. Also trying to take this moment to congratulate him and the NDA for getting the third term. Two things. The Prime Minister said that we should not be arrogant in the face of victory. Well, at the same time, he enumerates the numbers of the Congress and shows all his arrogance. Also, he said that हमें विपक्ष का उपास नहीं बनाना चाहिए. But there are a number of examples during his election speech and his current speech where he basically made fun of the opposition. So the Prime Minister continues his hypocrisy even in his third term.
Piyush,
we have seen Modi 2.0.
Allow me to interrupt you because we've just got news. I'm just going to the news and then I'll come back to you, time permitting, sir, on the debate. But regret this. The President will administer the oath of office in secrecy to the Prime Minister and other members of the Union Council of Ministers on the 9th of June at 7:15 p.m. at Rashtrapati Bhavan. So the time now comes to the fold. The time is confirmed. Can we we'll also try and put it out on the screens that the President will administer the oath of office and secrecy to the Prime Minister and other members of the Union Council of Ministers on the 9th of June 2024 at 7:15 p.m. at Rashtrapati Bhavan. So what it looks like, and the Prime Minister hinted, was, ladies and gentlemen, that the whole cabinet, the Council of Ministers, will take oath and they will all be revealed. Who all will get, maybe not the portfolios, and that will come later in the night on a Sunday night or early in the wee hours of Monday morning before the netas go to their respective offices to take charge between Monday and Tuesday. But it looks like that it's confirmed that it will not just be the Prime Minister and 2 or 3 key members, but the Council of Ministers, Union Council of Ministers, all of them together will take oath on the 9th of June, 7:15 p.m. at Rashtrapati Bhavan. So everybody should start trickling in from 6 p.m. onwards, and there will always be conversations of who's getting what. Although the Prime Minister said don't rely on breaking news, don't rely on what the media channels are telling you. They're all speculatory. Only a few people, close people, will know, and unless it comes from an authority, he advised the MPs not to trust anything. But clearly the cards are being kept close. But some of the top leaders within the BJP, within the NDA or the other parties, they are already in advanced conversations as to who's going to get what and what's going to be everybody's role. The endorsement and the confidence has already been reposed in the Prime Minister to do what is best in the interest of all the alliance partners, and somewhere it looks like there is a certain pace to this. Although Nitish Kumar would have loved to have the Shapath Grant Samaroh today itself. Now what this does to Chandrababu Naidu taking oath, we'll have to wait and watch. We'll have to wait and watch what this does to Chandrababu Naidu taking oath. That may happen. That's already delayed by 2 or 3 days. It may now happen on the 12th, we are given to understand. But 9th is when then Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the Council of Ministers in Modi 3.0 will take oath at 7:15 p.m. at the Rashtrapati Bhavan. With that, we're going to thank our panelists on debate number 1. Run out of time because we're going to take up the other story, ladies and gentlemen. And this is a look back at what happened at the Chandigarh airport on Thursday evening with BJP MP Kangana Ranaut. The CISF personnel thought it fit to attack her, abuse her and also tried to then justify her actions by claiming that it was in protest of Kangana's comments in the past about the Kisan Andolan. Almost immediately, the matter was politicized with certain netas from the India alliance trying to justify the act of the CISF personnel. There were a lot of people somehow trying to justify that Kangana deserved to be hit and slapped and it's okay, and trying to support the CISF personnel. This personnel, Ms. Kulvinder Kaur, has since been suspended and an inquiry has been initiated. Did those trying to score political and ideological brownies stop to think that it could be one of theirs next? It could be them next. Did these Buddhijeevis stop to think that in condoning the act against Ms. Ranaut, they are actually condoning the assassination of Mrs. Indira Gandhi, Mr. Rajiv Gandhi? They are giving a blanket invitation for anybody and everybody to go ahead and assault people and justify their act just because they believe they are offended by somebody's comments. Did they forget that it was a person in uniform, an on-duty personnel, assaulting an elected MP? It's the CISF that will now be guarding the parliament premises, ladies and gentlemen. What does this precedent actually then, if this is condoned, what does it set up and open everybody up for? Has this personnel not sullied the uniform which is supposed to remain apolitical and committed to doing their job? And aren't those condoning her actions setting a very bad and dangerous precedent? How did it escape the notice of that her own motivations and antecedents could be partisan? Her brother is part of what is evidently political motivated protests. Punjab has elected 2 people with dubious antecedents and ideological leanings. This is dangerous. And now an on-duty personnel has brazenly crossed the line. Shockingly, many are okay with it. Is the opposition normalizing violence and physical aggression against those they disagree with? This doesn't augur well for us as a nation, ladies and gentlemen. It's a dangerous precedent that's being set. We've just got news coming through. An FIR has been registered against the CISF personnel Kulvinder Kaur under IPC sections 323 and 341 in the Kangana Ranaut slap case. Sections 323 voluntarily causing hurt and 341 wrongful restraint. So these are the charges. Let's try and go across to Vikram Singh, former DGP Uttar Pradesh, should be joining us in a bit. Ramneek Singh Maan, activist, joining us, and Kamru Chaudhary, political analyst, stays on with us. Ramneek Maan, your thoughts on what happened in Chandigarh?
Very unfortunate, very unfortunate. Somebody who's donned the uniform, who's taken oath. This is not acceptable. No matter what your personal feelings are, no matter how you think about an issue or a person, because of the statements he or she has made in the past. Also, very unfortunate is the kind of support politically, this lady constable is getting across. It's very shocking. And I have come across several congressmen who are rejoicing this. I mean, how can they forget? Their own leader, the former Prime Minister of India, was targeted by 2 people in uniform, and one of whose son has been elected as a member of parliament from Faridkot. So this is not normal. This is not acceptable. I don't know how to react to this. This is going berserk and wild. And the kind of support this lady constable is getting from across is even more alarming. People are offering her cash rewards. People are offering her, gold ornaments. So much so, you will not believe, if she wishes to contest the 2027 Punjab Vidhan Sabha elections, she might as well get elected as an MLA just on this. And the entire Kisan Jathebandi are backing her. They're trying to justify the act, not realizing that she's committed a mistake, she's committed a sin. When you glorify such acts, you are actually provoking people to, do more such illegal acts. This is very alarming, it's very unacceptable. Although, at the same breath, I must also say, the way Kangana has been conducting herself has been nothing less than unacceptable. Her statement about women who had joined the farmers' agitation was टके में आती हैं, दिहाड़ी पे आती हैं, 100-200 रुपए लेके. This is again not acceptable. And today again she said कि ये आतंकवाद बढ़ रहा है. It is, these terms are being used very loosely. And again, they don't go down well with people on ground.
See, you may disagree. You may disagree. But here is a point. You may disagree. One may disagree with one's point of view, but that's democracy. That's the freedom of speech that I have.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You don't get abusive. You may be hurt. You may be hurt.
Can you see the beauty of the democracy? The beauty of democracy of India is that two people, one of whom is in prison for under NSA. There is a third from J&K. He's contesting from within the prison. They have won.
No,
I mean, that's Indian democracy.
That's a little worrying for democracy, but that's another point because the voters have elected them. So that you have to respect that mandate. But if there is a sentiment of extremism that is rising, that's a problem. But here is the thing, Kamru Chaudhary. The fact is that there are MPs, there are people in public life who should have actually condemned this, who have condoned this. This is taking ideological differences to a level, saying, "Tum pit bhi gaye, no problem. Pito, you deserve to be beaten up." That's not the.
There are two sides.
That's
of
not
this
the political discourse.
Entire episode. Let me just begin. You see, जब ये problem तो है, जब रक्षक बनता है भक्षक, that is never acceptable in India. And we have got a violent past where we lost two of our prime ministers to terrorist attacks. Rather, terrorist means one group of terrorists were in uniform who assassinated Indira Gandhi out here. So that's a different story absolutely out here. And in this case also, no words should condone the act that was committed against Kangana Ranaut ji, whoever she may be. First and foremost, she was an elected MP. Second, she was a woman. And third thing is that she has got her ideology, right to her ideological views out here. I may differ.
And more importantly, she actually went into that place trusting that she is safe with that person.
Yes, I told Rakshak jab ban jaye Bakshak, then it's a problem for India. Now coming to the main point out here, the debate entirely surrounding Kangana Ranaut is very much understandable. Now, can you please somebody explain to me that the attack on Kanhaiya Kumar by Daksh Chaudhary, a Hindu right-wing leader, was equally to be condemned? Am I not correct in this?
Nobody condoned it, sir. Nobody condoned it.
Then there was no debate on that.
No, there was. Nobody condoned it. He was thrashed. He was thrashed. He was thrashed. He was immediately arrested. And all of that. No, sir. The debate here is it's become a debate, Kamru Chaudhary, because the India Alliance members are condoning it. India Alliance members are saying good. And it's the same India Alliance members who went and demolished her house also. Similar act was done when her house was demolished when she made comments at the then Maharashtra government. So if you say anything against the state, your house will be demolished, and somebody else does not like your pay, so then we'll go ahead. So this political vindictiveness and vendetta that go after people who we disagree with. Let's destroy them altogether. Physically harm them, or attack their livelihood or attack their homes. Now, this is something which is manifest.
Absolutely correct. When I condemn the attack on Kangana Ranaut, her home being bulldozed for whatever reason, do I equally condemn the Kanpur's girl Afrin Fatima's house being demolished by Yogi government just because his father happened to participate in a protest in Kanpur? That also needs to be condemned. So we cannot just cherry pick and say this act has to be condemned and this act cannot, because these people belong from the anti-national urban Naxal family.
Though there has to be a difference. There is again a difference. I say something to you which you do not like, so you come and punch me, break my house, slap me and say, no, you deserve to be slapped. That is wrong, sir. Verbal comments, maybe you can verbal comments.
If you permit me.
Correct.
If you permit me. Limited point.
The other point, sir, if I damage public property, the courts have gone ahead and said, go ahead and make them pay. If there is I
may differ on you. I may differ on
Correct.
you, on your views, on your
Correct.
ideology. but a system has been laid by the Constitution of India to go to the court. If any action was taken against Afrin Fatima, if there was an action taken against Kangana's house, then it should be through the due process of law.
Correct.
That's
Was it with the due process of law? What did the court say thereafter, sir? What did the court say in the case of Afrin, in the case that you are mentioning in Uttar Pradesh, and what did the court say in the case of Kangana Ranaut? So this political vendetta and vindictiveness is about going ahead and thrashing somebody or going after somebody personally and their livelihood and impacting them because you don't like. This is something which is dangerous, and you are saying that you're encouraging personnel to become political. You are saying let's politicize the uniform. Tomorrow somebody else will turn around and do something else. Vikram Singh ji, your thoughts, sir.
Anand ji, and good evening, esteemed panelist. Kulvinder Kaur has desecrated the sacred uniform of the CISF. She had no business to have political and outbursts there when she was on duty there in uniform. CISF, of which I have been the additional DGP, is a proud force, a disciplined force, and it is not expected for them to vent and air their political and other differences when they are on duty there. As you very rightly mentioned, all the passengers in the security SHA, security holding area, are in the care of the state, in the care of the CISF. This was a breach of trust and amounts to backstabbing. It is a matter of satisfaction that Kulvinder Kaur has been placed under suspension. A case under 323, 341 has been registered. I would rather that she is dismissed from service under Article 311 of the Constitution of India so as to maintain and retain the credibility of the CISF. Kamrul Sahab has come out with very profound words of wisdom. We cannot cherry pick anything, and anyone who has transgressed the rule of law needs to be given the level playing field and should be dealt with equitably in a similar manner. You cannot say that there is a separate rule book for one and a different rule book for another. Everybody who has transgressed the rule of law, Anand ji, will have to be dealt with the same promptness as we propose to deal with all such people who go and break the rule of law.
Sir, separatists, known separatists who have been welcomed in the Prime Minister's office and in the Prime Minister by former Prime Ministers were given high Z-level security, and they were given police people in uniform, the very people they targeted. They have been protected by, they have been tasked with the job of protecting, and those people, imagine what would have gone through them when they have had to do such jobs, but they did their job because they were wearing that uniform. At that time, nobody turned around and said, how is this possible? How is this? How are we allowing this? Because at that time said, it's your uniform, you're wearing it, it's your duty. And today the same lot is turning around and telling somebody in uniform, good, you went ahead and attacked an elected representative in Parliament, of Parliament. It's quite shocking.
In extremely bad taste, poor taste, and this amounts to fomenting discontent and also disloyalty and promoting indiscipline within the forces. My advice to my political friends would be, please restrict yourself to politics and let policing and security be done by the security professionals and not by you, sir.
And those who are trying to back this for cheap political brownies and to think that they have scored a political score, they need to look back and think. They really need to look back and think whether they have actually done the intelligent thing or something that's bordering on idiocy, because it's dangerous precedents that are being set, and if the nation is moving in that direction, we have a problem, especially the political discourse. Thank you very much, gentlemen. I have to wind up on that note. We're going to take a very, very short break. On the way out, Himanta Biswa Sarma has just tweeted, the Assam Chief Minister, Sensex surges to an all-time high. Should we order an inquiry by a joint parliamentary committee to examine why it has reached this level today? Message to the opposition, which was questioning what happened between the 1st and the 4th of June, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, it's the cast and makers of Hamare Bara, a very, very politically sensitive and nationally sensitive issue, which has also raked up a lot of controversy. Stay with us.
This is a very good opportunity for India. If we miss now, we will miss forever. That is where we are having wonderful opportunity. You are seeing globally today, all countries are having 1 or 2%, 3% growth rate. India is growing at the highest growth rate for the last 10 years. It will continue another 10, 20 years or 30 years, 40 years. India is having some advantages. One is information technology. We have first more advantage we have taken. Demographic dividend, that is more youngsters. It has created excellent advantage for Indians to move abroad also. For everything, in ancient times also, we had all resources, but recently we are moving very aggressively. The reason is very clear. We are having leader. That leader is Narendra Modi. Now, I proudly propose the name of Sri Narendra Modi ji on behalf of Telugu Desam Party for the post of Prime Minister of this great nation. Through his vision of Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas and Vikasit Bharat, and through the collective efforts of NDA, we can become a zero poverty nation. That is possible only Narendra Modi ji. This is a historic moment. All of you are here. Telugu Desam Party is having relations with NDA from the beginning. My leader, my party founder, great N.T. Ramarao Garu, you are all aware. Always he was worked for the people, and also he told very clearly, I don't know isms, I know only ism, that is humanism, that is NTR. That vision Narendra Modi ji is making a reality in India. We are very happy for this momentum. I thank all of you. This time we had a historic win of the election. We have won historic elections. If you see 95% seats we have won in Andhra Pradesh. That is the big victory. I have seen so many elections. This is the first of its kind. That is the confidence people are having on NDA and all leaders. My friend Pawan Kalyan ji is here, Janasena leader. Janasena, Telugu Desam Party and also BJP, we worked together without having any reservations. Here, State President Purandeshwari also is here. All leaders, we worked very well. That is the results we got it. I am very happy. Honorable Prime Minister of India, Sri Narendra Modi ji.
Namaste and Jai Hind, ladies and gentlemen. A very interesting conversation on the cusp of the release of a movie that's already stirred a lot of controversy and also has the cast, the makers, the director, etc. being issued death threats. It's the issue of certain orthodox principles, rudimentary thought processes that run among certain communities in our country, and that are leading to 50%, that is leading to 50% of that community's population not getting their rights. Let me ask you the straightforward question. Should a woman have the right to choose whether she wants to abort a child or not? Should there be a pause or a full stop as to the number of children you want to have? If by law in our country, polygamy is a crime, then should certain people be allowed polygamy? Certain communities be allowed polygamy? If by law in our country and also by messaging, we are pushing for population control, should certain groups be allowed to openly go ahead and say that this is what our faith allows us to do, so we'll go ahead and continue to propagate and profligate? So these are questions that have been raised. But have they been raised with an ulterior motive? Are there those who are getting irked because of the tone of the movie itself? Plenty of questions. And the title itself has now been changed because the CBFC said this is like pushing the ante a little too much. So Hum Do Hamare Bara had to become Hamare Bara. So Annu Kapoor ji, Paritosh ji, Ravi ji and Kamal ji, namaste. I hope I have understood the crux of the problem properly और ठीक से मैंने उसको प्रस्तुत किया. अब आप मुझे एक बात बताइए, जब आप ये पिक्चर बना रहे थे तब आपको नहीं लगा भाई फंसेंगे बने जब तक रिलीज होगी?
Brother, before I respond to your question, I must say from bottom of my heart, the way you have presented, you have begun, this is the way an excellent host should present a show. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And we feel extremely honored and very, it's an honor for us, and we are extremely delighted to be in front of you, in front of your audience of the channel. Okay, now go ahead.
Now, my question to you, sir, is you play a character who's an extreme in society. पर समाज में क्या इस तरीके के कैरेक्टर जो ट्रेलर से दिख रहा है, आप एक ऐसे सज्जन हैं, ऐसे व्यक्ति हैं जिनकी एक थॉट प्रोसेस है जिसको कई लोग काफ़ी ऑर्थोडॉक्स कहेंगे, हाईली ऑर्थोडॉक्स कहेंगे. सही है, गलत?
Extremism can be a very subjective thing. He may be an extremist for you, but he is the one who is following the doctrine of his faith and religion. It's simple. It's very simple. About I am playing the head of the family of a Muslim clan, Muslim family. His name is Ustad Manzoor Ali Khan Sanjari, who claims to be a Darwesh Gavaya or a traditional Qawwal, but his attitude is different. His attitude, his perspective about his boys are different. His perspective and treatment about the women of his household is absolutely different. He does not consider himself an extremist. He is the one who always follows the path and the doctrine of his faith.
You also are somebody who stays true to a character. You are not going to play a character if that person does not exist. वो कहते हैं ना कि real का inspiration real से होता है. So is this person so real? And there is also the other aspect that you need a Ravan to know that Ram is good. So you need a character who takes the extreme and shows how society is a mirror, so that there is a rebellion and there is an alternative voice that also emerges. Does that what happen? Does it happen in the story? क्या आपके ही परिवार के अंदर से, यानी कि कैरेक्टर के परिवार से कोई निकल के आती है और कहती है कि नहीं मुझे मेरा हक चाहिए?
This is the story.
This is the story.
This is the story. So it's not from outside; it's from within the family that somebody comes out.
Saga of a family.
Saga of a family. So it's a family story. But you're not broad brushing the entire Muslim community to be like that.
Not at all.
No.
You're not.
No.
Huh?
Look, I am playing Ustad Manzoor Ali Khan Sanjari, the head of the family, and I'm a Muslim. It's that simple as that.
So this is who I am. और मेरे परिवार में ऐसे लोग हैं जो कहते हैं कि जो आप कर रहे हैं गलत है. और
at one point, when things really reach to a very worst stage.
To a stage. Paritosh, who do you play?
I'm playing Shahnawaz, the elder one.
हाँ.
हमारे eldest one. हमारे 12 का पहला.
हाँ. वही वालिद के नक्शे कदम पे चलने वाला.
वालिद का बिल्कुल, मतलब I have a hero, I call him अब्बू.
हाँ.
तो उस तरह का है कि एकदम इनके जैसा जिस तरह कपड़े ये पहनते हैं उस तरह कपड़े पहनता है. ये भी कव्वाली में साथ में बैठता है, भले उतना अच्छा सिंगर है नहीं जिस तरह के अब्बू हैं. और ये देखता है अब्बू की तरह बनना चाहता है. फिर इसको एक समय के बाद लगता है कि अब्बू जो है वो कहीं रॉन्ग जा रहे हैं, या ये चीज़ ठीक नहीं है. वो फैमिली के एक्सपीरियंस से आता है और उसके पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस से भी आता है. उसका खुद का भी एक ट्रैक चल रहा है जो अपनी लाइफ से वो परेशान है. तो वो वही विद इन द फैमिली वो विरोध शुरू होता है और वो अपने बाप के अगेंस्ट हो जाता है. वो चाहता है कि मतलब मेरा अगर हीरो है तो उसमें कोई कमी नहीं होनी चाहिए, मैं अपने बाप को अपना हीरो ही देखना चाहता हूँ. पर वो पानी सर से ऊपर जब चला जाता है तो उसको फिर
देखिए यहाँ पे फाइट ये है कि आप समाज की एक कुरीति दिखा रहे हैं, भारत में समाज की एक कुरीति दिखा रहे हैं. आरोप आप पे ये है कि आप एक पर्टिकुलर समुदाय विशेष की कुरीति को ही दिखा रहे हैं. हाउ वुड यू आंसर दैट यू आर डेलिबरेटली हाईलाइटिंग an ill within the Muslim community and trying to portray the Muslim community in bad light? That's where the controversy is. इसीलिए आपके खिलाफ फतवे जारी हो रहे हैं, love letters मिल रहे हैं.
सिर्फ इसलिए नहीं हो रहा है. I am getting so many messages from my Muslim friends and families and my fans, जो बहुत पॉजिटिव बातें हैं वो कर रहे हैं. एक बड़ा अच्छा किसी ने मुझे आंसर किया था, बोला कि पीके जिन लोगों को देखनी चाहिए वो लोग पीके नहीं देखेंगे, और जिनको हमारे 12 देखनी चाहिए वही लोग हमारे 12 नहीं देखेंगे। यही प्रॉब्लम है।
कहीं ना कहीं एज डायरेक्टर कमल आपको ये लगा कि विमेन आज भी कई जगह ऐसा है समाज के अंदर, लोगों का नज़रिया ये है कि ये बच्चे पैदा करने की फैक्ट्री है, इनका काम ही बच्चे पैदा करना है, तो चलो लगो इस पे। हैव यू ट्राइड टू अटैक दैट माइंडसेट?
एक्चुअली मैं सच कहूँ तो कुछ जगह तो है कि मतलब कुछ रोकथाम नहीं है कि है तो वह है, अगर हो गया तो फिर है, उसमें फिर उसको रखना ही है। और रही बात उसकी कि जैसे ये भी बहुत बड़ा परसेप्शन है कि यार अगर पैसे हैं तो क्या प्रॉब्लम क्या है, ये भी बहुत बड़ा परसेप्शन है। हमारे पास करोड़ों रुपए हैं, इतने पैसे हैं तो क्या प्रॉब्लम है भाई, बच्चे करो, हम तो खिला पिला रहे हैं। लेकिन नहीं, ये भी गलत है। अगर इस तरीके से अगर होगा तो हमारे देश के बहुत बड़े उद्योगपति, उनके एक एक दो बच्चे, तो उनको तो फिर लाइन लगा देनी चाहिए। ये भी परसेप्शन है किसी किसी कम्युनिटी में। तो ये भी जब हम लोग रिसर्च कर रहे थे इस पर, तो ये चीज़ भी आई थी कि यार पैसे हैं तो क्या दिक्कत, हम तो करेंगे, तुम्हें क्या प्रॉब्लम हो रही है। उसका एक होना चाहिए, सर्टेन तो होना चाहिए कि भाई पॉपुलेशन एक है, 2 बच्चे हैं तो 2 ही, बस इससे ऊपर नहीं, ये तो होना चाहिए। और जो आप बता रहे हैं ना कि वो एग्जैक्टली कुछ जगह तो है, मशीन वाली बात है, और ये हमको औरतों ने ही बोला है कि भाई है।
तो मैं आपसे पूछ रहा हूँ कि व्हाई डिड यू वांट टू बैक अ सब्जेक्ट लाइक दिस, हाउ डिड यू गेट दिस सब्जेक्ट? ये आपके पास लेकर कौन आया सब्जेक्ट
क्या होता है कि बीइंग अ लाइक मेकर ऑफ द फिल्म, सब्जेक्ट एक राइटर होता है जो कई सारे सब्जेक्ट लेके आता है, सब्जेक्ट लेके आता है, सुनाता है, सर ये अच्छा, ये कर लो, ये कर लेते हैं, तो 10 में से एक आध स्टोरी पसंद आ जाता नहीं है, ये कुछ यूनिक लग रहा है, तो यूनिक लगा और मैंने इसको ग्रैब कर लिया।
और फिर जब बनाने चले तो आपको नहीं लगा कि भाई पंगे ले रहे हैं गलत?
नहीं लगा, पंगा नहीं लगा कि मैं पंगे ले रहा हूँ, बिकॉज हम सही कर रहे होते हैं। बिकॉज जब वो चीज़ें आया हाथ में तो अनु सर से मेरी बातचीत हुई, बिकॉज सबसे पहले अनु सर आए थे, तो ये बोले नहीं करना चाहिए, तो पंगे नहीं लगा नहीं करना चाहिए, कुछ थोड़ा सा चेंज है बट कुछ होना चाहिए। वुमेन के ऊपर है, पॉपुलेशन के ऊपर है हमारी फिल्म मेनली, तो होना चाहिए। बिकॉज हमारे देश का कंडीशन आप देख रहे हैं, हम आज अच्छे घर में, अच्छे कपड़े, अच्छी गाड़ियाँ मिल रही है हमें, बट आप थोड़ा सा रिमोट में चले जाइए, वहाँ देख लीजिए हालत क्या है। एक 2 साल से बच्चे से लेकर के 10, 20, 15 साल का बच्चा रोड पे भीख मांग रहा होता है।
Co-powered by Honorable Union Ministers, respected NDA partners, Honorable MPs, first of all, we are congratulating all of you. We have won wonderful majority. I have seen for the election campaign. For the 3 months, Honorable PM never took any rest. Day and night, he had campaigned, same zeal. He started and ended same spirit. In Andhra Pradesh, we had 3 meetings, public meetings, 1 big rally. It had made a huge difference for winning the elections in Andhra Pradesh. Honorable Home Minister has come. He addressed 1 meeting, very powerful meeting. It has changed the situation in a big way. I am thanking him. Even Honorable Rajnath Singh ji and also Nadda ji and also Gadkari ji, so many leaders have come and they have addressed. It has given a confidence among people that center is with state. We are thanking all ministers. And also here today, we stand at a crucial juncture in our nation's history. NDA government, under the visionary leadership of Sri Narendra Modi ji, has taken significant initiatives in the last 10 years. The country has witnessed remarkable progress and transformation. Narendra Modi ji focused and dedicated approach has transformed the nation into a global powerhouse. I am in the politics for the last 4 decades. I have seen so many leaders. I can give entire credit for Narendra Modi ji for making India proud globally. That is his biggest achievement for the country. Now, under his leadership, we have reached 5th largest economy in the world. Now, we are confident during this tenure, he is going to make India 3rd largest economy in the world. And at the same time, he is planning Vikasit Bharat.
CNN News 18 and Federal Bank Primetime Studio.
Hello and welcome to Brass Tacks. I'm Zakir Jacob. We're coming to you live from the CNN News 18 and Federal Bank Primetime Studio. The Prime Minister designate, Mr. Narendra Modi, was back at his attacking best today after what seemed like an underwhelming election result. Now, in an NDA meeting today in the Central Hall of the Old Parliament building, which endorsed him as their leader, Mr. Modi launched a no-holds-barred attack on the Congress party. The Prime Minister designate made the case that the Congress had nothing to be excited about in this election because they still had not crossed 3 digits. And if you add